Our first visit to Cherry Lakes.
So I thought I would do my first ever vlog this week. We are heading to the lovely Cherry Lakes in the Cotswolds. We're just driving on our way there now. We're going through some absolutely gorgeous villages. So Cherry Lakes, as I mentioned, is based in the Cotswolds, in the Cotswold Water Park. They have a couple of lakes there. I think there's 1 or 2 lakes where you can hire just the cottage and stay, you know, we do more of a family break. And then they have the main lake, which is their Spessy Lake. And that has a couple of lodges on. I believe, if I remember, if my memory is good, they have quite a lot of 20s. They have quite a few 30s, and I believe there is a handful of 40s, and there is even, I think it was netted, when they netted last year, a £51 common swimming around in there as well. So we've set ourselves a team target of catching a 30, but also my target personally, I would love to catch a common. I know for a lot of people that's not very exciting, but I've never caught a common carp, so that is my target for this week. So yeah, I'll let you know how I get on.
From the moment you drive through those gates, you really get the wow factor. You can just really tell how well this place is run, maintained, the grounds, it's just absolutely immaculate. Accommodation wise, the lodges have everything you could possibly need. As you can see, a fully equipped kitchen, hob, microwave, oven, a huge fridge and freezer storage. There's a little lounge area with TV. It has everything like Netflix, Amazon, all the apps that you need these days. There's the bedroom. You can get bedding and towel packs. I think it's £40 for the week, or for your stay. Alternatively, you can just bring your own bedding and towels. And finally, a lovely clean bathroom with a huge shower. It really is luxury fishing. The staff were super helpful. They came round within no time and sort of answered any questions we had, told us a bit about the fishing, where the fish had been coming out, discussed our boundaries, and yeah, just any questions, they were there to help. The evening was drawing in quickly by the time we'd sorted all our gear out, so we decided to just, for our first night, fish with a really light baiting approach, especially because it's such a high pressured lake, you know, it's fished all the time, so the last thing you want to do is go and chuck a load of bait out on spots that you've not had a long sort of period of time to try and find, if there's already a load of baits out in the water. So we decided to just fish pop-ups over little PVA sticks on some spots that the bailiffs had told us about, where fish had come out previously. It's safe to say we had a very good sleep that first night, so we were up and out watching the lake for any signs of showing fish. Morning bite time passed very quickly and still no joy. We'd seen 1 or 2 fish show, but not in our boundaries, so it was time to draw these fish in. I decided to get a mix on, consisting of some chopped boilie, sweet corn, pellet, a little bit of hemp, all soaked in the AABaits Megamino liquid, whilst Tom got the leading rod out to try and find us a good spot or 2. A couple spots found, rods went out really nicely. Can we land our first Cherry Lakes carp? Well, we are halfway through our trip here and zilch, nada, nothing to report. It's been a really, really slow start here. It's painful because we've tried everything. We've had rods in the margins, we've had rods out in the middle, we've had rods tight to the margin on the other side. We have tried different rigs, different hook baits. We've tried just single boilies, just single hook baits. I've tried little PVA sticks. We've tried pop-ups, bottom baits, wafter style. We've tried just catapulting a few singles. We've also tried, we spent yesterday nearly 5 hours finding a spot in the middle, so we found a nice spot. It wasn't huge, but we tried a heavy baiting approach there and just nothing. It's not even like we've had loads of liners indicating that the fish are on the feed. I just genuinely think they are not hungry, and that's the hard thing, because what can you do? So we've got a drop in pressure coming. A storm is brewing, so hopefully that just flicks the on switch and these fish get on the feed. So whilst I'm here, I might as well show you around all the fishing stuff that they provide you with. I'll go back up to the top. So these are the bait boats you can hire. So we've got bait boat, echo sounder, fish finder. We pre-ordered all the bait that you use here. Is cherry baits. I like that name. Cherry Lake's own bait, so that you have to use their own boilie and particle, which is a very fair. They want to know that the fish are getting good quality food. So they do good sort of bait deals. So we did like got 10 key of boilie, pellets, hemp. You can bring your own sweet corn and you can bring your own hook baits. So they've got a little sign there, tells you about sort of some of the rules, how they look after their fish. Nice and simple, barbless hooks. Then they provide you, so me and Tom are obviously both fishing, so we've got one cradle, but we've got 2 retainer slings, we've got 2 nets each. Obviously you have to use rod pods. Don't mind me just weighing mine down with a bag of leads. You know, you can never be too careful, especially when there's big fish in here. And there's the little microchip for when you catch the fish. So we have changed our target from a 30 and a common to a fish. That is our target, catching just one will do. So yeah, fingers crossed. Well, my first fish at Cherry Lakes. I mean, it's been a slow start, but we have had hot weather, really high pressure. So today, I think this drop in pressure, the storm that's been sort of brewing has definitely helped. And so we are finally off the mark. And it's a really nice one. Not the common that I'm after, but when you see this one, it doesn't matter. Right, let's take a look. Look at that for a scaly one.
Not long after, Tom was also into his first fish. Sadly, that was all the action we had for day 3 of the trip, but we still had one more full day and night to try and nick a few more bites.
So one thing I like about Cherry Lakes is that they chip all the smaller fish to monitor the sort of growth, check they're all healthy weights. And no, so we are just gonna, hopefully it all works. Oh, that was nice and easy. Fab. So then all you do is take the last 4 digits and then you can write down the weight and the chip number, and then all that information goes to the owners. It's a nice one. Well, this is our 3rd fish of the trip. We had an incredibly slow start. Again, I'm putting that down to pressure, weather, etc. So yeah, high pressure, high temperature, and then obviously we had that drop in pressure, drop in temperature yesterday, so. And we seem to have found the fish. They're not monsters, but they are very nice looking fish. And after staring a big fat blank in the face, it is nice to have a bend in the rod. So they're very big on welfare here, which I'm all for. So what I'm going to do first is just put the carp care on, making sure it doesn't go, just goes on the way in there. Nothing that came out very well, so just do a test shot. Yeah, there we are. There we are, perfect. So barbless hooks here. They do look after the fish really well, as you can tell in a minute. I'll get them out. Perfect. And then they also chip, as I mentioned. So we'll just check the chip on this one. Right, I'll just turn them over, see if I could do it when being the other way around. I'm turning them over now. I think it is on the left side, so I'm just going to try again. There we are. Perfect. So I'll just take a picture of that, and then we can write down the weight. I'll turn you back over just for so we can get a look at you. It's a nice one. Another mirror. My quest to catch a common continues. There we are. Oh, he's quite heavy to hold actually. They're all immaculate, the fish here. Got some funky little scales at the back on this side. And on this side. Okay. Let's get back. This way. Give me a minute. So fish number 3 for me. Again, another little small mirror, but these fish, oh, it's a feisty one, are all immaculate. Like when they grow on, they are going to be absolutely mega. It's like all of a sudden someone's pressed the on button. It's feisty. And we are starting to get some bites. So yeah, you are very welcome. Well, we are celebrating, not because we caught a 30 or a common, but oh, that came off easy. I feel like we've done the impossible, and on what has been an extremely tough few days fishing, we've caught a fish, our second target that we set. So I've had 3 bites, landed 3, Tom's had a bite and landed his, so I think that's good enough reason to get the champers out. Well, just as me and Tom were toasting to a wonderful few days and catching a few fish, the rod goes off. And do you remember that I said my personal target was to catch a common? Just as we reached the last sort of bit of the trip, catch my first common. And what a nice little fish. What a nice little common. That'll be mega when it's going on a little bit. Let's have a little look at the other side.
welcome. It's safe to say, my first comment, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. I'm a very happy girly. He's even posing for the camera.
Oh no! Just got caught in a rainstorm! Next time Tom can tell me where the spots are and I'll do the bait boat and he can get soaked. Before we head into the final night, I'll just quickly show you the rig and hook bait I've been using. So we've got a multi-combi rig, a size 6 barbless hook, even though it does look a bit bigger. Hook bait, obviously, as I've said, my ever faithful spicy chopper megamino boilies that we roll at home ourselves from AABaits, and that is just topped with a little trimmed down yellow pop-up. Just drifting off to sleep, and we get our first night bite right after dark. Honestly, it's like someone has just flicked a switch and the fish are finally on the feed. With the mirror, no surprise there. And this one put up a hell of a fight. I did think it was going to be bigger than it was, but still a nice looking fish, as all of them are here. Let's take a little look. Hello. Nice up. Okay. All fish have fell to, of course, my ever faithful. It's okay. Icy. It's gonna spicy chopper megamino hot baits that we roll ourselves. And we've been fishing for bites. Obviously, with them not being on the feed, we've only been putting little handfuls out, so which has been a combination of Cherry Lake Zone pellet, a house pellet, the hemp, the sweet corn, and a little bit of boiling crumb. Nice one, that, isn't it? Should we look at the other side? Things okay. Some nice scales. They're just pristine, these fish. Can we get one more? It's the last night. Can we nick one more? Maybe a slightly bigger one. Well, yes, that'll do very nicely. That's my fifth fish. Oh, what a nice one. Well, sadly not much more to report from our final night at Cherry Lakes. However, that does not take away from the fantastic week that we've had here. Upon checkout, we were chatting to some of the staff, and they told us that in the time we were there, so the 4 nights, only one of the fish on the whole lake came out from the 3 lodges. So I think for us to come away with 5, well, me 5, Tom 1, sorry Tom, is definitely a great success, and it just means that we'll have to come back to try and catch that 30 we were after. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I by no means think I'm now a professional vlogger. I just thought I'd share my journey and experience with you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more, please let me know in the comments.